Frage ist...
Wann bricht der Ikea-Tisch? Phorexus, Phorexus, auf Tisch zu sehen. Phorexus, Phorexus, du wirst verstehen, er nimmt sich meist nicht so richtig für voll. Auf seinem Kanal ist die Community toll. Phorexus, Phorexus, er jammert gern. Phorexus, Phorexus, Wut liegt ihm fern. Ob C64, ob NES oder DOS, er kämpft sich bis zum Levelboss. Wenn er zeichnet, dann digital, die Landschaften phänomenal. Und vergessen, wie er damals schrie, please don't question me. Seine Musik, die ist wirklich nicht lahm. Ob Filmmusik oder Sitcom, ob Jazz, ob Rock oder DSA, seine Lieder sind zum Hören da. Doch bei Hans Zimmer, das ist absehbar, mit der Musik kommt er gar nicht klar. Ob Goldsmith, Rock Williams, Hauptsache Niveau, Duos feiert er sowieso. Phorexus, Phorexus, auf Twitch zu sehen. Phorexus, Phorexus, du wirst verstehen, er nimmt sich meist nicht so richtig für voll. Auf seinem Kanal ist die Community toll. Phorexus, Phorexus, er jammert gern. Phorexus, Phorexus, Wut liegt ihm fern. Ob C64, ob NES oder DOS, er kämpft sich bis zum Levelboss. Phorexus, Phorexus, auf Twitch zu sehen. Phorexus, Phorexus, jeder Stream wunderschön. Er nimmt sich meist nicht so richtig für voll. Auf seinem Kanal ist die Community toll.
Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to yet another art stream. I hope you're doing good. I'm certainly doing very good, except that I had to pay a lot of money for for the repair of my car. I guess you could say that. And yeah, now we are gonna continue this purplish fantasy landscape, which I'm quite fond of. I think we did a pretty good job, especially since this is again one of the images where I didn't use any photobashing, and I think for that it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Certainly there are some areas which still need some work and some love, but we gonna tackle them one by one. As you can see, I already did some work to the sky, and I did some work to the castle here. And don't worry if you, you obviously didn't catch that on stream, since I didn't do that on stream. But I do have the complete time lapse of that, and I will upload that to YouTube as usual. Okay, so I guess now let's get started with some details on this hill. I think we especially need some shadowy areas here. I will include them. have a bit of a problem here because it should fade into this Sumato fog a bit more quickly than it does. But no worries, we're gonna get to it. And again here I do want to emphasize this direction a bit more. That looks pretty nice. I did use the marquee tool here on the clouds as well. So we do have a couple of edges where we have some ugly transitions, but I try to fix them as I go. Just chill a bit. I think the music helps with that. And yeah. I do want to lighten up the shadowy areas here a little bit, maybe even include some bluish tones. And again, we want to watch out for the perspective. We aren't doing any really weird things. And hallo Tamahome! Hi Tamahome, how are you? Wie geht's dir? Ich mach mal gerade wieder hier ein bisschen weiter mit meiner Fantasy Landscape. Und man sieht, die entwickelt sich immer weiter, oder? Wie gefällt es dir bisher? And again, for my YouTube viewers, sorry for the quick German. I'm just gonna talk a bit of German here with my buddy Tamahome. Sehr nice. Ja, also es wird langsam. Ich wollte ja heute eigentlich auch noch ein bisschen Retro machen und so. Ich bin heute aber eingeladen beim Geburtstag. Deswegen mache ich jetzt nur ein bisschen Art und dann bin ich raus für heute. Aber ich habe gedacht, an Art darf ich jetzt nicht sparen, ja. Das ist mir immer wichtig, ja, dass ich jetzt nicht nur, auch wenn viele Leute jetzt auch explizit so da sind für Retro, was auch okay ist. Und ich mag es auch sehr, sehr gerne. Ja, aber muss ich immer ein bisschen aufpassen, dass meine anderen Sachen nicht so hinten runterfallen, wenn du weißt, was ich meine. Stört mich dann auch nicht, wenn es dann mal ein bisschen ruhigeres Stream ist. Das ist voll okay. Ja, und wir müssen noch mal reden wegen der Grillparty, gell? Freue ich mich schon drauf. Auf das Fahren freue ich mich nicht so. Aber ja. Okay, that looks nice. still think this and this looks a bit too similar. So we might need to adjust that. Okay. Tell you what. I'm gonna push that a little bit with the soft brown brush in the background. Do need that as well though. Okay, that should do the trick. Das ist doch mega mit der chilligen Musik von einem Bekannten. Oh, ach, das geht ja runter wie Öl. Dankeschön, Tama. Also ich finde es auch immer sehr chillig hier. Sowohl bei Retro als auch bei Art. Warum ist denn das so dunkel? Ich hab doch... Okay. Das verstehe ich jetzt gerade tatsächlich nicht. Ich hab doch da diese Farbe genommen. Die müsste doch... sein. Nicht tatsächlich überfragt. Hier geht's. Softing ist nicht. Blending Mode. Ach, hab ich hier irgendwie so einen Mix-Mode oder so an? Das kann sein. Ja, ich glaube, das ist das Problem. Das hatte ich auf irgendeinen Shortcut hier auf meinem auf meiner Fernbedienung vom Tablet. Jetzt habe ich vergessen, was es ist. Gut, dann gucken wir mal gerade. Wenn ich hier drauf drücke, dann müsste es doch kommen. Ja. Blending Mode, Color Mixing muss ich ausmachen. So, jetzt geht das auch wieder. Ja, manchmal sind so die kleinen Settings. Ja, okay. Wenn wir vielleicht nochmal hier was ein bisschen an den Bergen ändern? Should we change something regarding the mountains? Need to watch out that I don't kill the layering of the lights in the background. But it's okay. We're gonna get there. So because this is dark, okay. Do you think I want to use the soft brown brush again? To have some decoration into lighter tones here as well. Maybe like this. Too much. That looks good. Gibi, hi, grüß dich. Hallo Gibi. Wie war die Party? Ich war noch nicht da. Ich gehe um 8 Uhr hin. Ich mache jetzt quasi nochmal einen kurzen Art-Stream und dann danach gehe ich los. Ich glaube, nach der Party bin ich nicht mehr in der Lage, einen Stream zu machen. Aber mal gucken. Also. Übrigens kann ich euch auch nochmal... Und hi Gold, hey, ich grüß dich. Wie geht's dir? Ja, also ich bin tatsächlich bei einem Kumpel, mit dem ich vielleicht auch bald hier ein Twitch-Projekt mache, ein kleines. Und zwar, das ist der ehemalige Kollege von mir, der auch Radio gemacht hat. Und wir wollen gerne so eine Musiksendung machen. Radio ähnlich. Wir wissen halt noch nicht so ganz, wir müssen halt aufpassen wegen diesem Copyright-Gerühr, gell? Ich meine, man kann ja halt einfach das in so einem Format von so einer Song-Battle machen. Wobei ich eigentlich auch denke, es ist egal, ob du ja Song-Battle machst oder irgendwas anderes, aber naja. Also jedenfalls da ist es, glaube ich, möglich. Wobei wir wollen tatsächlich dann hauptsächlich über Heavy Metal reden. Also wird es vielleicht gar nicht so relevant, weil die Bands ein bisschen kleiner sind, aber naja, gut. Müssen wir da mal gucken, wie wir das machen. Da habe ich noch nicht so die Mega-Idee. Aber jetzt aktuell der beste Plan ist Song Battle. Du kannst auch tot in der Cam hängen im Stream, das ist auch Content. Ja, klar, klar. Ich hab's nicht vor, sagen wir mal so. Ich hab noch vor, ein bisschen zu leben. Boah, ja. Das sieht doch ganz nett aus, gell? Hier mit diesem Lichteffekt. Wir müssen mal gucken, ob wir hier tatsächlich nochmal so ein bisschen Farbvariationen machen. Also hier, das finde ich gut. Hier haben wir jetzt auch die Farbvariation drin, wobei ich sagen muss, das ist mir fast ein bisschen dunkel. Also ein kleines bisschen heller hätte ich das schon noch gern. Und ja, das jetzt hier wegnehmen. Und das ist so ein bisschen die Idee. Ich könnte ja da einfach so ein Adjustment Layer machen. Das ist vielleicht sogar einfacher. Tone Curve. Das ist jetzt dunkler. Hier wird es heller. Das ist viel zu viel. So. Das ist so ein bisschen Minimalarbeit, aber doch, es ist ein bisschen besser. Jetzt kann ich das nämlich schön erasen. Ha! So habe ich mir das vorgestellt. Gut, kann ich dann noch mal hier das mit reinnehmen? Sehr gut. Perfekt. Jetzt kann man das eigentlich direkt mergen. Ja, es ist sehr subtil, aber ich finde es dann doch wichtig. So, oh, mir geht's wieder ganz gut, sagt Gold. Ich war heute nicht bei der Arbeit, weil ich mich heute Vormittag etwas benommen gefühlt habe. Oje, oje. Ja, jetzt wieder in Ordnung. Das wäre jetzt meine nächste Frage gewesen. Haben aber von viel Stress und wenig Schlafen. Ja, kenne ich, aber echt, man muss da aufpassen auf seinen Sleep Schedule. Ja? Weil wenn man das nicht regelmäßig so einhält, dann passiert sowas schnell mal. Also ich hoffe, dir geht's wieder gut, Gold. Und ja. Ich freue mich, dass du da bist. Und tot nicht im Sinne von kein Puls, sondern im Sinne von einer heftigen Absturzparty. Ja, also ich glaube, es wird schon eine coole Party, aber ich glaube, so krass nicht mehr. Die Zeiten sind vorbei. Ja, er hat das Umtrunk bezeichnet. Okay, gut. Hallo Gaming Hamster, hey, ich grüß dich. Hier, ich wusste, wir legen Havel heute noch. Richtig, richtig. Mega gemacht. Für alle, die jetzt keine Ahnung haben, wovon ich rede. Gaming Hamster spielt gerade Dark Souls. Sehr empfehlenswert. Könnt ihr euch alle mal angucken. Und da hat sie heute Havel gelegt. Mega, mega gut. Gut, hier muss ich ein bisschen aufpassen wegen Contrast Creep. I gotta watch out for Contrast Creep. And I gotta watch out to not only talk German, but still keep the Gib dir Englisch ab. Die Musik ist ein bisschen laut. Sorry, ich weiß nicht, in letzter Zeit hat sich da mit der Neuinstallation von OBS irgendwie ein bisschen was verstellt. Und seitdem ist es echt schwierig, das jetzt gerade so anzupassen. Ich hoffe, so ist besser. Was hast du für eine Ausrede, danach nicht zu streamen? Gar keine. Außer, dass ich denke, auch wenn ich jetzt nicht total weg bin, man will ja dann auch nicht irgendwie am Stream irgendwie rumlallen oder sonst irgendwas. Das wäre auch nicht gut. Dann müsste ich das ja auch kennzeichnen. My guess, 100% of the viewers right now are the German retro community. You're right, Gold, but as you know, as I always say, I will upload this to YouTube. I've been very, not consistent with that, but I plan to do that more with all the files I have on my hard disk, but I have to upload them separately. But then I don't think most of the people listening to me are from the German retro club. Maybe they are. Maybe. I don't think so. Krankenbach. No. I try to avoid it as much as I can do. That is always okay, das kann ich jetzt auch auf Deutsch schon mal kurz sagen. Das ist immer ein bisschen schwierig bei der Limo-Konferenz, gell? So, 3 Limmen sind so. Ich finde das immer noch okay. Aber man darf dann nicht mehr machen. Immer bei unserem, wenn wir dann noch so ein bisschen zusammensitzen und so. Oh, das ist dann immer hart an der Grenze. So, ich werde mich nochmal hinhauen bis 20 Uhr. Dann schlafe ich in dem Stream ein. Ich hoffe nur, weil meine Stimme so angenehm ist. Und dann lache ich so blöd. Nicht, weil es total langweilig ist. Aber ich glaube, so hast du das auch gemeint. Und dann freut es mich auch immer. Aber hau dich ruhig nochmal hin, Kammer. Nein, nicht wegen dir, das ist super. Ich habe noch nicht geschlafen letzte Nacht. Oh Gott, oh Gott. Wie lange hast du gestreamt letzte Nacht oder gar nicht? Gar nicht? Ah, okay. Hat ihr irgendein anderes Event oder wie? Oder konntest du einfach nicht schlafen? Passiert auch. Auch manchmal so Tage, obwohl ich eigentlich dann am Tag immer sehr, sehr, sehr müde bin. Das ist ein großes Problem. Aber dann nachts manchmal liege ich wach und kann nicht schlafen. Aber ich glaube, das kennt jeder so ein bisschen. I do think one thing we have to consider is this element here, as I think we have a bit of a clash of scale. I think, yeah, this could be like a ginormous window, but at the moment I don't really feel that too much. So I think let's try to get rid of this, as cool as it looks. And then we can maybe include some little windows, some aspects that are more appropriate for the scale. And I also think we should, especially in this area here, it should be a bit darker. So first things first, we're gonna mask out the building. This doesn't have to be perfect, especially here. I don't think that matters at all. Okay, and now we can use the saffron brush and we can darken this down a bit. Maybe even darken this with multiply as to preserve the highlights. Okay. And since I have that on another layer, we can tone that. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Okay, that was a bit of a mistake. Let's do that again. Because I did this here as well on another layer. Let's use this one again, saffron brush. Okay. Set that to normal and that to multiply down. Okay. And now we can dial this till it looks perfect. I think this helps quite a bit. So, I don't know. Let's merge that down. It's okay. If I need to go back, I do have a couple of versions saved where I still have that element. Ist so cool. So, was habt ihr noch geschrieben? Hat er einiges zu tun, sagt er mal, Homer, Paperwork, Haushalt, Baby und nachts Marvel Secret Invaders kenne ich gar nicht. Ja, und dann musste morgen schon wieder um 8 Uhr los, das hingehen kenne ich ganz gut. Wobei es bei mir dann noch mal ein bisschen früher ist. So, und gute Lösung ist es, den Jackson-Move zu machen und Propofol zu verabreichen. Das ist, woran er gestorben ist, gell? Der Michael Jackson. Oh, weia. Ja, da kann man schlafen, aber ich glaube, da schläft man dann für die Ewigkeit, oder? Ja, zumindest, wenn man zu viel davon nimmt. Nee, das wäre dann nichts für mich. Ich habe zwar so ein bisschen so leichtes Antihistaminika und so, wenn ich gar nicht schlafen kann, dann nehme ich das auch mal. Aber so die harten Sachen, nein, das will ich nicht. How would you feel if people would accuse you of tracing all your art? I mean, you can see that I do that like on stream, so I guess that would be pretty problematic to accuse me of tracing art. What people might accuse me of is using photo bashing and photo references and stuff like I especially didn't do that in this image, and I do have a time lapse saved, and so you can see every brush stroke of me. So yeah, I don't worry too much about tracing, and I don't worry too much about photo bashing, or and some images I even used a bit of stable diffusion. I don't worry about that either, because I don't sell my art, I don't make any commercial profit with all of this, and even then it's debatable. But okay, this might lead to a large discussion. I think you can use like AI art to and really do nothing with it. Just use a text prompt or maybe some control net aspects. But if you like draw an image and use that to enhance some of the details to be quicker, I don't think it's that bad. But it's like my opinion. That's like my opinion, man. I mean, even on my YouTube channel there is a video when Stable Diffusion wasn't quite a thing. At least I didn't heard of it. I used like Wombo art or something like that, and it gave me a complete jittery mess, and I transformed that into the mountain landscape that looked like an etching. And I really liked that workflow. It was like, it was a bit like tracing over a photo in a way. So yeah, I mean, it is less work in some capacity, but then again, it is not just tracing over. Yeah, okay. Painting over a photo and tracing a photo are two different things. I shouldn't throw them like together, because if you're gonna don't change anything, as opposed to like if I include another image and I use that just to give me texture, I think it's another workflow, and it's not something you don't see in the professional artwork as well, especially if you look at people like Feng Zhu and Ryan Church. Yeah, so these guys all use photo references in one case or another. You want to tell me something about that? No?
Coffee.
You drank some coffee. Okay, was it good coffee?
Yeah, it's quite open now.
It's empty. I thought I should grab you a coffee, and I thought it's now a bit difficult when I'm streaming, but okay. Das ist doch mal ein Business Model. AI Art generieren lassen, diese tracen und bei Etsy verkaufen. Hey, es gibt Leute, die machen das. Gold, ja. Gibt auch ein Typ, der hat mal, habe ich gerade vor ein paar Tagen gesehen, der hat dann gesagt, wie viel Geld machst du damit, wenn du das nur rein digital irgendwie anbietest. Und der hat gemacht ganze $29 oder so. Und er hat reingesteckt mit Werbung und das weiß ich was, irgendwie 50. Top Geschäftsmodell. Ja, ich glaube, da sind die Leute nicht so furchtbar dran interessiert, gell? Hallo Rampi, hey, ich grüß dich, wie geht's dir? Wir zeichnen heute wieder ein bisschen. Bin gerade wieder hier voll auf Art. Ich denke, wir machen immer noch guten Prozess. Prozess, immer noch guten Prozess. We're still making good progress. Yeah. And I really have to worry about the rocks in the foreground, I guess, in the midground, in the forest midground. Ich bin nicht zurechnungsfähig, über 25 Stunden wach. Was machten die in der letzten Zeit alle? Hier, der Tammer hat eben gerade auch gesagt, der war gestern total lang wach und ist heute total müde. Aber wie gesagt, ich kenne so ein paar. Das Tammer jetzt hat Rampi nicht geschlafen. Ja, ist irgendwas? Vollmond oder so? I need to darken this out a bit more. I think especially I do want to have some bluish tones in here. I mean, this is too blue. We're gonna darken this down until we have mixed a nice color. That looks about right. I also think I need to zoom in very soon so that we can work on this rocky and grassy area quite a bit more. And let's have perspective here again, the perspective grid. Okay, I don't want that to snap to the grid though. This should be a bit darker. And what can we do here? Let's use the lasso tool. Ich gehe ja gleich. Oh, okay. Ich habe halt ich habe mir heute halt Lego im Laden angeschaut. Ah, okay. Hast du was Cooles gefunden? Cooles Modell. So as to not only talk German, I quickly gonna reference what I do here. I think here I'm primarily concerned with the overall tonal values. And while I do try to avoid contrast creep, everything still is a bit muted, and this gives me the right opportunity to introduce some more darkness in various areas. And as soon as I'm pretty happy with the composition of the tonal values, I will zoom in, and then we can concentrate on the rocky areas even more. Der Felsen, wo du da rummachst, sieht aus wie eine Zunge. Does it look like a tongue? I guess it kinda does, in a way. I can't see it. Zooming in more and more until you use the 1x1 pixel brush. I mean, we do paint in 4K, so you can still see we have a lot of wiggle room. As soon as you, I guess that is a thing we could talk about. As soon as you are on a level where you do have to use a 1x1 pixel brush, like if I would zoom that out at this value, you're basically doing the wrong thing unless you're doing pixel art. So if I do want some like ultra fine detail here in this area, what I should do instead is scale the whole thing up once more. And I usually, I mean, it depends on the image, but usually when I want to have something that works, looks cool at like normal desktop resolution, I do have to use like 8000 by, I don't know, however many pixel the aspect ratio needs to be, like 5000 or something like that. You mean you use too low resolution? Yeah, I don't think we should do that yet, because even today with our like very beefy computers, there is still a problem when using like really large brushes, like 8,000 pixels wide or something like that. In such a picture, it creates visible lag, and to avoid that, it's best to go into steps. I think for me, the first step is always to start at 4K resolution, and then I can bump up the resolution as soon as I need it. That usually works quite well. At least for my workflow, I mean. Kinda also depends what art style you're going for. And with pixel art, it's a complete different beast altogether. So, bin weg. Bett schreit zu laut. Frampi, mach's gut. Ciao, ciao. Schlaf gut. Erhol dich gut. Okay, I guess now is a good time to zoom in a bit. And here I do want to add some bluish tones. And one funny thing about blue is, I don't know if you got that, but I actually raised the lightness level of blue, and I painted here, and it still looks, I mean, at least as dark. You could argue even it looks a bit darker than the brownish tone that we're working with. And you usually want to have such nice color variation, like make the highlights a bit more orangey, as we are very much used to that because of the sun, and make the shadows a bit cooler. Mit Schlaftablette geht das. Ja, wie gesagt, nimm nur nichts zu krasses. Das ist nicht gut. I mean, one thing I do have to consider, this looks very dark now. I do think we need to lighten this up a little bit. Yeah, like that. And also, like, we have light from here. I mean, it probably there is also a light in the sky as well. Like this, right? There should be some shadow here. this was pretty cool. What we can also do here is to use an oil brush with big paint. That way we get some nice color variation for free. I mean, we can clean this up as we go. I really like the oily brushes of Clip Studio Paint. I mean, I can draw that in by all of the default tools, but I think it's so much easier to get those nice color variations with using this oil brush. Again, we have to watch out not to overdo it with the saturation. Yeah, so you see, I introduced all of this color variation and then I toned it down again. I used that song for such a long time in my intro, so that when I hear it now, I always question myself if I'm still in the intro scene of OBS. I mean, there should be darkness here as well from the castle. Maybe even more. Yeah, we have to really watch out the tones of the grass. And let's zoom in again. I think we can also like tone down this little area here and make it a bit bluish. Okay, let's see. I'll create a new layer here. Go to a pretty massive blue color, but I toned that way down. Mm. I'm not totally convinced, like that. It might be it. Then I do want to have that effect here as well. And this looks a bit darker, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So let's merge that down. And to highlight the plane change here, and grab a lighter color. I do want to have that fizzle out a bit, but it's not too much of a straight line. Like that maybe. And I enable the grid again. We do have to watch out for shadows, because I think this should be in shadow. Wait a moment, let me get this right. Like that. Let's look at the whole image again. But I do think, yeah, this should be a bit more blue. And also, we made some error here in the perspective, but we still can correct that. It's no biggie. Awesome P, hey, grüß dich. Aloha Rixos, aloha Vrampi, aloha Gold. Can I lurk for a bit? Yeah, you sure can. I'm always happy if you're here, you're lurking, or if you are watching, asking questions. It doesn't matter to me, as long as you're having fun. That's very fine with me. Okay. What do you think about the image? I mean, do you still have to watch out for a couple of things? I think especially this is now too strong with the blue tones. Yeah, I think if we toned it down like that, it would look nice. I wouldn't mind living in that castle while I'm in my vampiric form. Yeah, it does have a pretty hefty gothic look to it, right? I mean, I tried to incorporate some other elements, like this is pretty much gothic, I reckon. But then again, this, I don't know, maybe someone knows a bit of architecture and can tell me what this looks like. I'm gonna tell you. It is a bit of Romanesque architecture. Like a lot of the stuff that I'm currently interested in is like this Barbarossa style Romanic architecture, which also has Gothic influences in it. it's something we have here a lot. So that is a funny thing. I mean, you don't usually you don't really consciously do that, but if you're just surrounded by this architecture, it doesn't matter what. You are basically gonna incorporate that in some form or another in your artwork. I mean, if you are doing architecture stuff, that is. But you basically can't really run away from the things that surround you. That doesn't mean that I couldn't draw or that I shouldn't study like Egyptian architecture or something like that. That's not my point. But if you are surrounded by that day by day, it will have an influence. That's all I say. I'm an expert in experience. I'm an expert in experience? Okay. It looks like windows. Okay, yeah. Those look like windows, yeah. You're right. But we have all these bow type of things. With these arcs. Pretty Romanesque. I do have to zoom in one layer above because usually I would be able to see that, but the light here gives me a bit of trouble. I think my tablet is reflecting a bit much. I think we really need to tone that down a bit. Yeah. Okay, that does need to go on the other side though. And again, we can still push that around a bit. Doesn't need to be that light on all sides. But what we do want is to emphasize some of the plane changes. Again, need to be extra careful not to go too dark here. And one really good advice that I can give you when you're drawing basically everything, but especially architecture, is usually stuff at the bottom is way darker. So I mean not way darker, but it is darker. So if you are going for like an archway or something like that, the darkest color should be at the bottom and not here somewhere at the top. I kind of made that mistake and corrected it. Now it looks better in my opinion. Okay, need to zoom in here as well. We want some little steps visible. And we want to emphasize the area that is a bit more in shadow. For the most part, it's okay-ish. Yeah, it's getting better over time. Let's zoom in again. I really do like drawing stuff like that. Especially since with those rocks it doesn't really matter that much if you are off in the perspective. Like with man-made buildings you pretty much have to be spot on with perspective, otherwise it won't look good, it won't look convincing. But when drawing rocks and stuff like that, I mean, everything can be explained with the rock just looks like that. And not only like if I'm the artist explaining that, your brain is doing that kind of automatically. It's basically a bit of free detail, if you will. I mean, still you have to obey the laws of light and darkness, light and shadow. But besides that, you're pretty free to do whatever you want. And for me, the most interesting thing in drawing a picture like that is to look at all of those edges and constantly reshaping them, refining them, until you get something that's just great. And this doesn't have to be like landscape or even figuratively at all. As soon as you master the art of the edges here, then you can basically draw whatever you want. bit of the thick paint again. Get some more highlights going. I don't like that as much, but let's keep experimenting until we have something that looks halfway decent. I mean, as soon as we have some rough form of the rocks here, we also can include a couple of bushes and stuff like that as well. But sometimes leaving it with rough shapes gives the best results. So I don't know, it kind of depends. Okay, I added some more highlights here. And in case you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. I'm very chill. I try to answer every question as good as I can. But you don't have to. It's fine if you just like it. I don't mind at all. For me personally, I really like to see people constructing their works, like the first steps of the artwork. I think for me that's the most important thing. How to make wait a moment, 10,000 euros a month with genuine art. I don't think that's that complicated if you got like the right connections. I mean, it might be a bit of a hot take, I don't know, but the art market, I don't have anything against modern art. I do like Jonathan Mese, I do like a couple of other other guys who are pretty out there, so that's not my problem, but the art industry is centered around tax evasion, basically. And that's kind of like an open secret, so if you are in this bubble, then I don't think you have trouble making that much money. For people working in video games and like concept art stuff like that, I do think that's also possible, but you have to be really good and you have to hustle a long time of your life. You have to be good to begin with. I'm not that good. I won't ever be. That's okay. I come reasonably close to something good that I like, and that's pretty much enough for me, but I really would advise everybody who goes in there for the money to reconsider this, because like you have to work under conditions which are just not so much fun, to be honest. Not to disencourage anybody, but I mean, that's like my take. on that. I like to know how to make that much money without genuine art, but I guess I would need to apply for some of those bad TV stations. Yeah, I mean, I do have a buddy. I mean, I don't have contact with him anymore, really, but he did a lot of like camera work, and I also think he did some acting stuff für das typische Nachmittagsprogramm. Sorry, I have no idea. The afternoon TV program where in Germany we have a lot of like trashy TV shows. I don't even know if that's the case anymore because I really don't watch TV. I mean, like analog TV. I do watch a bit of Netflix, but I guess everybody does. But he didn't make a lot of money. So I don't know if that would be the best opportunity to make money. We have so-called pseudo-documentaries and lifestyle shows, yeah. The rest seems to be crime and police shows. Yeah, I guess you're right. That also changed a bit over the years. I think when this type of trashy program first was introduced, it was a lot of, yeah, you say crime shows, but it was like more like law-related stuff. Like Richterin Barbara Salisch and all that silly stuff. But I don't think we have that on anymore, do we? Ready? Oh, Barbara Salisch. She has a new show. That's something. Are you hyped up for the new Barbara Salisch show? Salisch is back! Oh, that's... She is now? I mean, or is that planned? Just for the novelty factor, I think I have to watch one episode. And then I will just go like this. I want the mystery and alien shows back. Ozelp, we are again in agreement. X-Files, Psy-Factor. Okay, I didn't enjoy Psy-Factor as much. X-Factor was the one with Jonathan Frakes, right? No, X-Factor. No, what was it called? I don't know, but I didn't enjoy that as much. But I do enjoy Outer Limits. Outer Limits is such a cool show. I mean, they basically recruited all of the protagonists from some form of soap. American Canadian soap. I don't know. I don't. Beverly Hills 90210. Yeah, I think it was that. So the actors are pretty trashy, but the stories, they're genuinely pretty cool sometimes and very thought-provoking. The girls from Charmed. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Very interesting. Yeah, X Factor was with Jonathan Frakes and James Brolin. Yeah, and then there was this German knockoff where Gronk was even part of an episode. I didn't know that. Don't know the name and moderator that one had. We have to ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT, what is the show where Gronk played a part? And that resembles German X Factor. But you wanna know which role Gronk had? He played a streamer. Yeah, sure. I don't really have anything against Gronk. I think even here in our retro bubble, a lot of people are watching him. I just never had any viewing experience. If you would show me an image of him, I wouldn't recognize him because I really don't know him. So I guess he also might be a very cool guy. So I'm really not bashing on him, not at all. Didn't he play some sort of psychic streamer with black fingernail polish? I mean, the more interesting question. What are you saying? Yes, tell me. It sounds kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know. The more interesting question is who wrote the scripts for that? I mean, that is pretty much out there. To be honest, I haven't watched the full episode, just saw some snippets. Okay. I mean, if you if you want, you can share the link with in the Discord, maybe, and then I can have a watch. If that even is on YouTube, I guess not. I mean, if it's a commercial show, maybe not. You know what we haven't done in like an eternity? Save! I completely forgot to save the file. I should do that now before everything crashes. And then I will go cry. Okay, let's save that as 09. And then we can even compare a bit where we started and where we are now. Water would be so cool. Because I don't have any water here. My mouth is completely dry from all the talking. Thank you so much. We then cry Rexus. Yeah, I mean, I have been here before and Clip Studio did crash. So I have to be extra careful. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, there was a bit of contrast creep involved here, I'm not gonna lie. And I think we do have to address that. But maybe this feeling goes a bit away as soon as we introduce some more darker colors here in the foreground. I don't think completely, but not there. That is a bad position for the monitor. Is it? Is it though? I think that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna switch to the chalk brush again. And here we can work a bit on this very unrefined foreground. And I don't want to over detail this, because I think just having a bit of silhouette kind of goes a long way. I mean, obviously now it's not that perfect, but we get there. Yup, Gold is right. Gronk did indeed wear black nail polish, but I could only find a YouTube poop containing his episode for now. Okay, no problem. I mean, if you know how the program is called, maybe I can have a look and maybe I find it somewhere. Then I can get my own opinion of how Gronk did. We do have a couple of problems here. The problem that we have is that this is a bit of a tangent. That means we have this line meeting, we have this line meeting, and we also have like here a line meeting, and that looks kind of awkward. So what I would perhaps try to do is select this area, then use the soft round brush. Add some color. Go away. And reintroduce this color, and I mean, maybe we can feather this out even more. I mean, it's a bit better. Perfect by any means. And usually what's important here is just to draw over the lines. If you try to stay in the area here and not overpaint something, it usually turns out way worse. So, I don't know, avoid that. Okay. We do have introduced another problem also. The other problem is, look at this. I can show it with a very bright color. Like, look at this, and this. Like, it's basically the same amount and the same angle, and it's 3 times, so that doesn't look good. So, maybe we can try to break that up. This should be a bit darker. Okay. I think that's okay-ish now. Not perfect. And let's see if we can blend this a bit so that it doesn't look too much like the paintbrush. Even though I like the texture of the paintbrush, but maybe not have that as pronounced in the sky. Something here. I do want to smooth everything out quite a bit. And I think especially here, since we again have this bit of a weird tangent, it want to... We have two alternatives. We're gonna darken it or we're gonna lighten it. Maybe we do both. But this is a bit darker now. Then here we can lighten this area up quite a bit. And still we have some kind of tension going on, so it's not the best. Do it like that. It's a bit too bright. Now this looks okay-ish. I mean, we could try to add another like roof area here. Let me try that. I'm gonna copy this. And I'm gonna scale it. Move some areas. I mean, we lose some of those nice light areas as well. Yeah. I guess I can try to carefully reintroduce them. I feel like without this, it looks a bit too empty. I guess let's merge that down and just work. Just separating out these two mountains. We do have another problem here though, because this goes up this direction, this up here, and we have basically like the same mountain form, and that isn't really too good. This needs to be... Does it need to be a bit lighter? No, it needs to be a bit darker, if anything. it's not too bad. Could be improved, no question about that. And I think I overdid it a little bit with the edge separation here. Looks a bit bright. Okay. I shouldn't worry too much about this mountain. You can always do that later. I guess I should be worried a bit more about the rocks here on this side. I feel like especially in perspective this could be improved. I don't think it's that bad at the moment. Still. I think what I should do now for the not now, but what I should do for the next stream is get a bit of reference of some rocks lying on the ground, and then I can make that look a bit nicer. Currently, there's a bit too much imagination going on. What we also can do here, I guess, is create another layer like here-ish. And make that a bit darker. I'm gonna use a correction layer for this and use the tone curve. Okay. I guess that should do the trick. Yeah, I mean it's subtle, but again, it helps to sell the illusion. Yeah. I'm gonna merge that down. And I think with this area here, if I can select that, we might want to add a bit of this brownish color here. I feel like I don't know, it's hard to call. Yeah, I do think that helps, actually. Make that a bit more subtle. And we can try to erase out area here. Because I was on the wrong opacity settings. Okay, I think I want to have a bit of a lighter green there, but I do want to darken down this area here. So it's subtle. I think it helps. Okay. Taros! Hi! Nice to have you here on the stream. Und Taros, du warst schon lange nicht mehr da, aber schön, dass ich dich mal wiedersehe. Wie geht's dir? Oder vielleicht warst du da und... Sorry, jetzt habe ich es vergessen. Ah, Entschuldige. Ich freue mich einfach nur, dass du da bist. Und hier vielen Dank für dein Abo. Sagt der ewig Pause hatte. Ja, du hast ja recht. Das war halt so, ich hatte halt Urlaub und da wollte ich auch ein paar Sachen machen. Und ich habe auch ein paar Sachen gemacht, aber nicht so viel, wie ich wollte. Und davor war halt meine Disca. Aber ich habe jetzt, also falls du es nicht mitbekommen hast, wie gesagt, ich weiß leider nicht mehr, wann wir uns das letzte Mal irgendwie so getroffen haben. Deswegen sage ich es jetzt einfach noch mal. Ich habe jetzt endlich meine Disc eingereicht und die ist angenommen worden. Das heißt, super cool. Jetzt habe ich auch wieder ein bisschen mehr Luft, so ein bisschen, um auch spontan mal zu streamen und so. Jetzt heute bin ich direkt auf den Geburtstag eingeladen, das heißt, ich mache heute dann tatsächlich nichts mehr nach Art. Hast mich irgendwie ein bisschen quasi bei dem falschen Stream erwischt, aber das macht nichts. Quatsch, stimmt ja gar nicht. Jeder Stream ist super schön. Ich meine halt nur, ich bin heute nicht so lang da. Aber am Samstag vielleicht wieder. Ah, du bist jetzt Papa! Herzlichen Glückwunsch, Taros!
Herzlichen Glückwunsch!
Du hörst, meine Freundin, hat ja auch herzlichen Glückwunsch zugerufen. Ja, mega! Und da gibt's abends auch anderes zu tun. Ja, das glaube ich dir. Hey, ich freue mich mega für dich. Das ist super cool. Darf man fragen, Junge oder Mädchen? Wenn nicht, dann musst du nicht antworten, gell? Also, ich freue mich nur einfach so für dich. Junge. Ah, mega cool. Ja, hier dann, ich drücke euch alle Daumen, dass auch weiterhin alles irgendwie gut läuft. Dass er gut klarkommt und vor allen Dingen, dass er auch ein bisschen Schlaf bekommt. Das kann nämlich, ja, wie du vielleicht jetzt auch erfahren hast, schwierig werden. Habe ich mir zumindest sagen lassen. Okay, let's see. What do we do next? Actually, I only have like 20 minutes left to go. Do we want to work on the rocks? I mean, also this doesn't look that good. Let's switch the canvas, and sometimes that reveals that things are not as they should be. I think especially here. Like, yeah. I really have to watch out that we don't break perspective here. And I also want to do something with this array here. I mean, I guess it would be better just to have, yeah. have the roof face the other side. And also reintroduce that nice blue tone that we created here. So I'm gonna erase this out. And this is still a bit light. Matter. I think already this looks way nicer. Yeah, it really helps to flip the canvas sometimes. So, ja, er ist jetzt auch schon 3 Monate. Ah, okay. Er schläft ja schon ab und an durch. Ach, das ist wunderschön. Super, super cool. Okay, so I do think we also want to work on this area a bit. I don't know if I go to great length in the stream, but let's see. Do you think we need to darken this area a bit? Maybe use the same green. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it might look weird, but trust me, it will look better once I'm finished. I really don't like this. We have to do something with that element. Like, it really strongly implies a perspective that just isn't there. I mean, okay, maybe the perspective is there, but it looks quite weird. Just want to show you that this doesn't really fit. Yeah, I think already that improved it a bit. I feel like that improved it. Also, want to add. I have to watch out where the light is coming from. So the light is still coming from here, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have a lot of highlights here. We can have some highlights there. This is always the problem when switching the canvas. I always get so confused where the light is coming from. But it's okay. It's okay. And again, doesn't make sense. Like, there should be shadow here. Okay. Erase that out on the other layer. I mean, there is a shadow here. I don't know how much I should pronounce it though. Also, it should be darker. Can we switch back to the original image? This still needs a lot of work. Actually, I think we improved it. It's not like that I say it's way worse. This needs a bit more love. And especially this color I don't like. Ochreish tint. And where do we have the light again? It's coming from here. Oh, I can't delete that. That's great. Okay, no, I can. This actually should be the other way around, so we have to press this as well. Still, I think we kind of improved it. Too bright. Okay, let's compare. I think that since I'm gonna have to wrap up the stream now, unfortunately, since I do have to go to a birthday, and I'm really looking forward to that, let's see how we improved, or in some cases not improved the image, but I think for the most part, that's pretty good. So I'm gonna save, and we're gonna look at the original where we started. Okay, I can't leave it like that. We do have this little area here. Oh, how could I not see that? Okay, let's save again. Yeah, I'm pretty happy how this still, I think we especially have to re-evaluate the tree, as now this is too bright. Shouldn't be much of an issue. An adjustment layer might be all we need. Okay, so this is where we started. In what way? Not okay. Now we can directly compare. I much prefer this version of this area. I also think removing this window, as nice as it looks, it's just out of scale. So I think that's good. I actually didn't paint as much on the castle as I anticipated. And this area, it still has a couple of weak points and it looks too rough. But I also think that looks way nicer. It looks a lot more cleaned up. I think I have the biggest issue with this area. I included the this little mountain because I wanted to have something in here, but I actually kind of prefer the loneliness of the single mountain. Ja, ich mag solche Vor-Nachher-Progress-Sprünge, ja, wenn ich mal dran denke, ja. Oh, that wasn't in English. No problem, OCP. Yeah, getting these before and after cuts, yeah. I do think we will default back to this. I think what I do like about this so much is that we have like this very clear separation where the building starts, and that got lost here. So wait a moment. I think we can fix that. So I'm gonna copy this to another layer, and I'm gonna remove everything except like this thing here. Wait a moment. Okay. I mean, I can make this a bit nicer if I have time. But for now, just invert the area. We delete everything except that, and then we might have to feather out some things. Wait a moment. One brush. Okay. What do you think? I think it looks nicer without the additional mountain. Sometimes you gotta make hard calls. You gotta revert back to what you originally did. But except that, it's looking nicer. Yeah. Okay. So let's keep it like that. Old one is better. Yeah, I agree, Theros. Let's save one final time. And then let me thank all of you. Again, Theros, thanks for the Prime Sub so much. Danke nochmal, Theros. Danke, Osselpi. Danke an alle, die da waren. Thanks, thanks everybody who watched the stream. We will work on this next Friday. maybe Sunday, but Sunday is such a weird day for me that I can't really promise that I'm gonna do something there. And now I go to the birthday party, and I'm I'm very hyped up. Have some fun. Thank you so much. Do you have any preferences where we should rate now? I do think Gaming Hamster mentioned that she wanted to do some community activities, but I'm not sure if she stick to the plan. So if she does, I will rate to Gaming Hamster. She still does Dark Souls. I mean, I love watching Dark Souls. Maybe I should ask that. Oh, already 18 people there? Should we go to Gaming Hamster? Sollen wir mal zu Gaming Hamsters gehen? Und ich mach das jetzt einfach. Ja, und wer nett, der Peter macht Unusual Findings, ist bestimmt auch interessant. Ist sonst noch wer aus unserer Bubble online? Ryosify kenne ich ja auch von Gaming Hamster, macht gerade Return to Monkey Island. Ich gucke nochmal gerade, ob ihr nochmal irgendwas sagt. Nee, okay, komm, dann gehen wir zu Gaming Hamster. Gaming Hamster. Oh, alles klar. So, haut alle rein. Bis dann. Ciao, ciao. Jetzt dauert es noch einen Moment. Bis bald. Du redest bereits. Ah, jetzt dauert das wieder so ewig lang. Ich gucke mal parallel bei Gaming Hamster, wann das endlich angezeigt wird. Ja, Gold, hau rein, bis bald. Ne, will nicht. Manchmal will Twitch nicht. Das dauert dann irgendwie noch eine ganze Minute. Dann hat man eigentlich auch schon so alles gesagt, was man zu sagen hat. Wat? Ja. Hier, Ossepi, du erzähl mal einen Witz. Du hast da immer so gute Witze drauf. Irgendwie kannst du es jetzt noch manuell machen, bevor es ganz runter geht. Echt? Kann ich das? Hier steht einfach nur, du redest bereits Gaming Hamster. Please hold the line. Geht Kellerabend an der Limo vorbei. Ja, das ist allerdings ein Witz. Würde nicht passieren. Ja, hier, ich mache jetzt den Stream aus. Wenn es noch funktioniert, sehr cool. Ansonsten sehen wir uns, ja, also ich euch jetzt nicht mehr, aber ich sag nochmal kurz Hallo bei Gaming Hamster. Macht's gut. Ciao, ciao, ich muss es gehen.